The galaxy had always believed Earth was weak. Its species was primitive, scattered, and slow. The great empires of the stars looked down on humanity as insignificant, a backwater planet, harmless and easy to ignore. That illusion shattered the moment the Cravathi Armada crossed human space. They came in numbers no one had seen in centuries, thousands of ships, sleek and menacing, their hulls reflecting distant stars like shards of black glass. The fleet moved with confidence, certain of a swift conquest. On Earth's orbital command station, Admiral Helena Vargas watched the radar feed, her brow furrowed. "They're not here for diplomacy," she muttered. Her voice was calm but tense. "They came to claim, or destroy." In the alien fleet, General Krev of the Cravathi boasted to his officers, "Humanity is nothing. They cannot even organize beyond their primitive orbits. This will be over before it begins." His words were sharp, dripping with contempt. But the humans had learned long ago that the galaxy underestimated them. Humanity had survived plague, war, and extinction threats from within. The mistakes of history had forced them to innovate. Earth's scientists had developed advanced stealth systems, adaptive shields, and weapons the galaxy had dismissed as experimental toys. Vargas tapped her console. "All units to combat stations. Maintain cloaking until we strike. Let them think this is an easy hunt." The Cravathi fleet slowed as it approached the human system. Their sensors picked up faint anomalies, distortions in space, unusual energy spikes, but they dismissed them. Nothing in history suggested Earth could be a threat. Then it began. Suddenly, the Cravathi's lead ships exploded. Blue fire erupted along their hulls as human stealth drones, nearly invisible, struck critical engines. The destruction spread faster than the aliens could react. "Impossible," Krev shouted, watching his fleet burn. "They cannot be this prepared." Helena's voice cut through Earth's command station. "Target their command ships. Hit them where it hurts." One by one, Cravathi vessels faltered. Their confidence turned to panic. They had believed in their superiority, but Earth had weapons that adapted mid-battle, predicting movements almost before they happened. Yet the humans were careful. No one on Earth wanted total annihilation, yet. They wanted to survive. They wanted the galaxy to understand that humans were not prey. By the time the sun rose over Earth's orbit, only a fraction of the Cravathi Armada remained. Their retreat was chaotic. Krev's flagship limped away, scarred and burned. Helena looked at the damage reports. They thought they could enter human space without fear. Now they know the cost. And yet, a deeper warning lingered. This was only the beginning. The galaxy would come to learn that humanity was a storm that no empire could ignore. Part 2, the Galactic Reaction. News traveled faster than light. The galaxy's ruling council, the triumvirate of stars, convened an emergency session. Every member species was in shock. Ambassador Yiltra of the Zalari, a serpentine species with silver scales, hissed, "How can a species so young, so primitive, repel the Cravathi? Their technology should not exist." Diplomat Trin of the Vorin, whose 6 arms folded nervously, added, "We all assumed Earth was a backwater. Their defenses are beyond our projections. We need to reconsider." Earth, however, remained quiet. Humanity had no interest in boasting. They acted, they survived, and they waited. The humans' true strategy was still hidden. Vargas stood in her command center, addressing her council of military leaders. "They will return. Other empires will test us. We cannot hide behind one victory. We need the Ark Protocol ready." The Ark Protocol was humanity's secret, a contingency plan designed to make Earth untouchable. It relied on intelligence, adaptability, and human ingenuity. Fleets would appear where enemies least expected, and weapons could dismantle ships from hundreds of kilometers away. Meanwhile, intelligence reports showed the galaxy's major powers scrambling. Alliances shifted overnight. The Cravathi, humiliated, began lobbying others for support. "We cannot face Earth alone," Krev admitted bitterly to a Vorin envoy. The humans, however, studied these reactions like a chess player observing an opponent. They didn't strike blindly, they waited, biding their time, letting fear and underestimation spread among the stars. Helena tapped her finger on a holographic star map. "Their arrogance is their weakness. Every empire believes themselves superior. Every empire underestimates humans. We will use that." The galaxy thought Earth was a small pawn. But pawns, when cornered, can become the most dangerous pieces on the board. Part 3, the first counterstrike. Months passed. Human scientists worked tirelessly, retrofitting ships, developing adaptive AI, and training a fleet capable of near-instantaneous decision-making. Then came the first real test. A coalition of alien forces, Kravathi, Vorin, and Zalari, launched a combined strike on Earth's outer colonies. They believed that by hitting isolated settlements, humanity's morale would crumble. Captain Jonas Hale commanded the Human Defense Fleet. His voice was steady as he briefed his officers. They expect fear. They expect panic. They expect us to retreat. Let's give them something else. As the alien ships entered human space, they found themselves in a trap. Stealth frigates struck from unexpected angles. Mines detonated in synchronized patterns, disabling engines and cutting communication lines. Krev's flagship, still nursing old wounds, faltered first. How? He growled. Every maneuver the aliens tried had already been anticipated. The humans seemed everywhere and nowhere at once. In orbit over the desert planet Caries, human engineers activated orbital railguns. The massive projectiles, traveling at hypersonic speeds, tore through alien ships in minutes. The aliens scrambled, trying to regroup, but human strategy was precise, calculated, and relentless. After hours of battle, only a handful of enemy ships survived. The coalition's arrogance had been their downfall. Back on Earth, Admiral Vargas addressed her fleet. They thought they could strike isolated colonies. They were wrong. Humanity does not hide in fear. We adapt, we endure, we rise. Part 4. The Council's Intervention. The Triumvirate convened again, this time in desperation. Earth cannot be allowed to exist as it is, Ambassador Yiltra hissed. If we do nothing, humans will expand unchecked. Every empire is at risk. An emergency coalition fleet of 10,000 ships was formed. Their mission was simple: neutralize Earth permanently. The humans knew it was coming. Surveillance arrays detected fleet movements light years away. Helena stood before her officers. They bring an armada to crush us. We will meet them with everything we have. But we won't just defend, we'll show the galaxy why humans survive where others fall. The battle plan was extraordinary. Humans would use decoys, traps, and a network of hidden weapons spread across the solar system. Every planet, moon, and asteroid had defensive systems ready to spring. When the alien armada entered human space, it triggered a chain reaction. Mines, stealth drones, and orbital railguns tore through ships in ways no alien strategy could anticipate. Entire squadrons vanished without a trace. The aliens began to panic. The humans were not fighting. The Kravathi armada came through the void like a tide of black steel. Thousands of ships, glinting with alien alloys, moved in perfect formation. Each vessel bristled with weapons so advanced that entire human fleets could not yet comprehend them. From Earth's orbital command station, the view was breathtaking. Stars gleamed, moons reflected the sun's light, and the distant blue of Earth was tranquil, almost innocent. But humans were ready. Admiral Helena Vargas stared at the holographic display. They think this is a game, she said, voice low but hard. They think we're weak. Let's remind them why humans survive. Her officers leaned forward, eyes sharp. Commander Saito tapped the sensor readouts. Admiral, they're ignoring the anomaly fields. They've passed right over our decoy satellites. Good, Helena replied. Let them think it's nothing. Humans never fight the way they expect. Krev, the Kravathi general, observed the sensors on his flagship, the Oblivion Spear. Target their outer satellites first. Then we hit their world. Humanity will bend or they will break. His claws clicked on the console, radiating confidence. But humans had learned to turn underestimation into a weapon. The outer satellites were fake, hollow shells lined with energy reflectors. As the Kravathi fired, the missiles detonated far from anything important. Explosions erupted like fireworks, a distraction while hidden human stealth drones positioned themselves. When the first Kravathi ship erupted in a burst of blue fire, shock rippled through the enemy fleet. What is this? Krev bellowed. No ship should survive our salvos and strike like that. Helena watched through a tactical display. Engage cloaked drones, she ordered. Target engines. We don't want to destroy them all, we want fear to spread. In the void, the human drones struck like phantoms. Ships exploded in chains, shields failing before the enemy could react. The Kravathi fleet faltered, panicking as unpredictability struck at their pride. Helena's calm voice echoed across the station. They came to claim our space. Let them remember what humans cost. By the time the sun rose over Earth, the Kravathi armada was shattered. Krev's flagship limped away, crippled and humiliated. And the galaxy began to whisper, Earth was not what it seemed. Part 2, expanded, the Galactic reaction. The Triumvirate of Stars convened urgently. Massive chambers aboard the floating citadel of Dawn glimmered with alien architecture. Hundreds of delegates argued, hissed, and gestured. Ambassador Yiltra, Zalari, scales shimmering, spat. Humanity survived Cravathi firepower as if it were a storm in a teacup. Impossible. Vorin diplomat Trin clasped 6 hands nervously. Our intelligence underestimated them. Every data stream indicated weakness, but they are beyond projection. Their coordination is almost uncanny. In contrast, Earth remained silent. Humanity didn't need to boast. They had survived and their strategies were far from complete. Admiral Vargas studied the Council's reactions through intercepted communications. Notice their fear. Notice how alliances shift overnight, she said. We do not reveal our full hand yet. Every empire underestimates humans, and that is our greatest weapon. Her second-in-command, Commander Saito, frowned. Do you think they'll strike again? Helena's eyes narrowed. Yes, but we will not just defend. We will teach them what humans are. Across the galaxy, intelligence reports lit up with panic. The Cravathi, humiliated, sought support. The Vorin whispered to the Zalari. No empire wanted to face humanity alone. Meanwhile, humans prepared. Their secret, the Ark Protocol, was in place. It was more than defense. It was survival and dominance, designed to respond to any threat with cunning, speed, and unmatched adaptability. Helena tapped the star map, her finger tracing enemy positions. The galaxy's arrogance will be its undoing. Every empire thinks itself superior. Every empire underestimates humans. Let's ensure they regret it. Part 3, Expanded, the first counterstrike. The coalition underestimated the humans again. A combined strike force of Cravathi, Vorin, and Zalari ships entered the outer human colonies. They intended to break morale, destroy infrastructure, and declare humans weak. Captain Jonas Hale commanded Earth's defense fleet, stationed in orbit over the desert world Caries. They expect fear. They expect panic. Let's give them something else, he said, a smirk crossing his rugged face. The first waves hit. Stealth frigates attacked from hidden angles. Mines detonated in sequence, disabling entire squadrons. Alien sensors were confused by electronic camouflage and decoy holograms. Krev's flagship was struck by an energy beam that disabled propulsion. Impossible, he roared. Every strategy they tried was countered before it could succeed. Humans moved like shadows, never predictable, always adaptive. Orbital railguns fired at hypersonic speed, tearing enemy vessels in moments. The aliens struggled to coordinate, their arrogance blinding them to the human advantage. When the battle ended, only a fraction of the attacking force survived. Captain Hale transmitted a message to Earth. They came to break us. Instead, they learned fear. Helena's voice echoed over the comms. They thought humans hide in fear. We endure, we adapt, and we rise. The triumvirate of stars convened once more, but this time desperation hung in the air. The Zalari, Vorin, and remaining Cravathi were all on edge. Holographic displays of burning fleets and shattered command ships filled the massive chamber aboard the Citadel of Dawn. Earth cannot be allowed to remain unchecked, hissed Ambassador Yiltra, silver scales gleaming in the chamber's ambient light. Their technology, their tactics, it is beyond comprehension. If we do not act, humans will dominate every border. Cravathi General Krev slammed his clawed hand on the council table. We were humiliated. Entire fleets destroyed. If we combine forces we might, just might, contain them. Trin of the Vorin added, Contain? Contain? They adapt faster than we calculate. One human fleet could destroy an entire sector in hours. We must strike with everything now. Meanwhile, Earth's surveillance arrays picked up fleet movements light years away. Humanity was ready. Every planetary defense array, every orbital station, every hidden railgun and stealth drone was prepared. Admiral Helena Vargas stood before her officers. They bring 10,000 ships to crush us. They believe numbers alone are enough. They do not understand humans. Not yet. Her lieutenant, Commander Saito, narrowed his eyes. We can't win conventionally against that many. Even our stealth fleets might be outnumbered. Conventional? Helena smiled, cold and calm. We never fight conventionally. Prepare the decoys. Activate the trap systems. Bring the Sentinel array online. We'll show the galaxy why humans endure. Hidden human fleets lay in wait, scattered across asteroids, moons, and orbital pockets. Cloaked drones scanned for enemy vulnerabilities, mapping their formations in real time. When the alien armada entered human space, they triggered a chain reaction. Stealth drones struck first, crippling engines of the Vanguard. Mines erupted in perfect synchronization, ripping through alien squadrons. Orbital railguns fired in waves, tearing apart capital ships before they could maneuver. The alien commanders realized too late, they had walked into a labyrinth of human strategy. Communications faltered. Chaos spread. Admiral Krev's flagship, Oblivion Spear, was hit with precise volleys that destabilized its reactor. A Voran warlord's voice crackled over the comm link, panicked. They are everywhere and nowhere. How can a single species anticipate our every move? Helena, calm and resolute, replied through jamming-resistant channels, because we are humans. We adapt. We endure. And we do not forgive arrogance. By the time the dust settled, hundreds of alien ships lay in ruin. The Coalition had underestimated the humans again, and the cost was catastrophic. The galaxy would soon learn that Earth was no longer a backwater, it was a fortress and its people were apex predators. Part 5, Expanded, The Turning Point. Even the surviving alien Coalition fleets were shaken. But desperation led them to a bold, reckless move, a concentrated strike on Earth itself. They aimed for the planetary surface, the orbital stations and the human command centers. Captain Jonas Hale observed the incoming armada from his position near the gas giant Orelise. They think direct assault will work, he muttered. Let's show them why humans survive. Then came the reveal, the Sentinel Array. Hundreds of massive AI-controlled battleships, cloaked and distributed across human space, activated simultaneously. Each Sentinel could predict enemy movement with near-perfect accuracy, coordinating attacks across thousands of kilometers. Lasers, railguns and ion disruptors struck in perfect timing. Alien capital ships faltered almost instantly. Krev's flagship attempted evasive maneuvers. Impossible, their calculations are faster than light. Helena's voice cut through his communication channels, calm and almost detached. You walked into human space without fear. You assumed superiority. You were wrong. Now survive, or die. The alien armada began to collapse. Entire formations disintegrated before they could even engage. Panic spread. Even the Zalari, known for their tactical genius, were floundering. Amid the chaos, humans communicated with efficiency and clarity, giving each other real-time tactical updates, adapting strategies mid-battle. Every move was calculated, yet unpredictable, a paradox the alien fleets could not solve. Within hours, only a handful of enemy ships remained operational. Krev, realizing his fleet was annihilated, activated his escape pod. We will return, he growled, but even he knew it would be meaningless. Helena watched from the flagship Resolute. Let them carry this message back, she said softly. The galaxy will learn that humans are not prey. We survive. We endure. We rise. The Sentinel Array returned to stealth positions, disappearing as if they had never existed. Humanity had struck, not for conquest, but to send a clear message. Never underestimate humans. Part 6, Expanded, The Aftermath and Supremacy. Only one alien ship returned from the Coalition. Its captain carried a simple but terrifying message. Humanity could not be touched without destruction. News traveled faster than light, shaking empires across the galaxy. In Earth's orbit, Admiral Helena Vargas addressed her officers. They entered human space without fear. Only one ship returned. Let the galaxy remember this, not as a story of war but as a story of humanity. The triumvirate of stars, humiliated, began to shift alliances and strategies. Empires that once ignored Earth now hesitated to move near human space. The lesson was clear. Humans were apex survivors. Captain Jonas Hale stood on the observation deck of the Resolute, looking out at the stars. We didn't conquer them, he said. We survived. And they learned fear. Helena nodded. That's all humanity ever needed. Respect comes not from words but from action. We adapt, we endure, and no one, not even the most advanced empire, can ignore us. Galactic politics shifted. Borders were redrawn. Strategies were reconsidered. Humanity did not seek conquest, but it had earned the galaxy's fear and respect. A hard-earned, terrifying respect. And in the silent expanse of space, as human fleets returned to their hidden positions, a single truth resonated across the stars. Humans were unpredictable, unstoppable, and supreme. The galaxy would never underestimate Earth again. They came without warning. Thousands of ships, sleek and lethal, moving in perfect formation. The galaxy had always believed Earth was weak. But belief is not reality. And the Cravathi were about to learn that lesson the hard way. Cut to Earth's orbital command station. Admiral Helena Vargas stands over a holographic star map. Helena, calm, commanding. They think this is easy. Let them think that. Humans never fight the way they expect. Narrator. The aliens passed over the decoy satellites, hollow shells bristling with energy reflectors. A simple distraction. Then the real strike began. Space erupts. First alien ship disintegrates in a burst of blue fire. Shock ripples through the Cravathi fleet. Krev, furious, clawed hands slamming console. Impossible. No species should survive this. Narrator. Humans had waited, hidden, calculated. Their drones struck, engines failed, formations broke. The Cravathi believed themselves superior. And the humans? They were just beginning. Close up on Helena's face, calm amid chaos. Target their command ships. Hit where it hurts. Narrator. By sunrise, only fragments of the Cravathi armada remained. They had learned a painful truth: humans were not prey. Part 2, the Galactic Reaction. Scene: the triumvirate of stars convenes. Massive chamber. Alien delegates argue and hiss. Narrator. When word reached the council, panic spread like wildfire. Every species underestimated humanity. Every projection failed. Ambassador Yiltra, Zalari, scales glinting. How can a primitive species repel the Cravathi so easily? Voran diplomat Trin, 6 arms twitching nervously. Our intelligence reports underestimated them. Every calculation, meaningless. Narrator. Earth said nothing. Silence was their strategy. Waiting. Observing. The galaxy was shaking, but humans had only revealed a fraction of their power. Helena, strategic, quiet. Notice their fear. Let them overestimate their strength. Every empire underestimates humans, and that is our greatest weapon. Part 3, the first counterstrike. Scene: desert planet Caries. Human fleets lie in ambush. Narrator. The coalition thought they could strike isolated colonies. They were wrong. Humans never fought where the enemy expected. Captain Jonas Hale, smirking. They expect fear. Let's give them something else. Stealth frigates strike. Mines explode. Alien ships falter. Orbital railguns fire hypersonic projectiles. Krev, desperate, clawed hands gripping console. No. Every maneuver, anticipated. Narrator. The humans moved like shadows. Unpredictable, precise, unstoppable. By the battle's end, only a fraction of the enemy survived. Humanity had sent its first message. Underestimation would be fatal. Part 4, the Council's intervention. Scene: triumvirate convenes again. Panic dominates. Holograms of destroyed fleets flicker. Narrator. The galaxy's rulers could not ignore the threat. 10,000 ships, the largest armada in decades, assembled. Their mission: crush Earth completely. Helena, calm, commanding. They believe numbers win wars. They're wrong. Activate decoys. Deploy sentinel array. Let's show them why humans endure. Cut to ambush scenes across moons, asteroids, and orbital stations. Cloaked drones strike, mines detonate, railguns fire. Narrator. The aliens faltered. Their formations collapsed. Communications failed. Chaos reigned. Every move, countered before they even tried. Humanity had become the nightmare of the galaxy. Krev, desperate, panicked. Every plan, predicted, impossible. Helena, cold, composed. Humans adapt. We endure. And we do not forgive arrogance. Part 5, the turning point. Scene: human sentinel array activates. Narrator, dramatic, escalating tension. When the coalition pushed too far, humanity revealed its ultimate weapon, the sentinel array. Hundreds of AI-controlled battleships, coordinating attacks across light years. Every alien move anticipated before it happened. Sentinel array attacks. Alien capital ships crumble instantly. Chaos spreads. Krev, furious, trembling. They calculate faster than light. Helena via comms, calm. You entered human space without fear. You assumed superiority. Now survive, or die. Narrator. The aliens were annihilated. Only a handful escaped. Humanity had not sought conquest. They had sent a message: never underestimate humans. Part 6, the aftermath and supremacy. Scene: Earth orbit. Human fleets regroup. One alien ship limps home. Narrator. Only one ship returned. Its captain carried the truth: humans could not be challenged. Across the galaxy, empires reconsidered everything. Helena, to her officers. They entered human space without fear. Only one returned. Let the galaxy remember, not as a story of war but as a story of humanity. Scene, Captain Hale looks at stars, quiet reflection. We didn't conquer them. We survived. And they learned fear. Narrator, epic closing tone. The galaxy would never underestimate Earth again. Humans were unpredictable, unstoppable, supreme. In the silent void, one truth echoed across the stars. Humanity endured. Humanity triumphed. They came without warning. Thousands of ships, sleek and lethal, moving with deadly precision. The galaxy believed Earth was weak. They were wrong. Cut to Earth Orbit Command Station. Admiral Helena Vargas observes holographic star map. Camera, close-up on her eyes reflecting flickering lights of alien ships. Helena calm, decisive. They think this is easy. Let them think that. Humans never fight the way they expect. Cut to Cravathi Fleet Bridge. General Krev glares at his displays. Camera, tight on claws slamming the console. Krev snarling. No species should survive this, impossible. Action scene. Drones deploy from human stealth ships, hitting alien engines. Ships explode in a chain reaction. Camera, fast cuts between human consoles, exploding alien hulls and empty space. Narrator. The humans struck where it mattered most, unseen, unpredictable, unstoppable. By sunrise, only fragments of the Cravathi Armada remained. Part 2, the Galactic Reaction, Scene by Scene. Scene, triumvirate of stars, massive chamber, holograms of destroyed fleets flicker. Camera, wide shot showing dozens of alien delegates in panic. Narrator. News of humanity's victory spread faster than light. Panic overtook arrogance. Every empire had underestimated Earth. Ambassador Yiltra, Zalari, scales flashing. How can they survive? Their technology, beyond comprehension. Vorin diplomat Trin. Every projection failed. They anticipate before we act. Cut to Earth Command, Admiral Vargas watching the Council's communications. Camera, over-the-shoulder shot showing intercepted alien chatter. Helena. Notice their fear. Let them overestimate themselves. That is our greatest weapon. Cutaway, humans secretly preparing the Ark Protocol and hidden fleets. Narrator. Humanity had only begun to reveal its power. The galaxy was learning a terrifying truth. Never underestimate humans. Part 3, the first counterstrike, scene by scene. Scene, desert planet carries human fleets concealed in asteroid belts. Camera, wide establishing shot of hidden ships among jagged asteroids. Narrator. The coalition thought they could strike isolated colonies. They were wrong. Humans never fought where the enemy expected. Captain Jonas Hale, smirking. They expect fear. Let's give them something else. Action sequence. Stealth frigates strike, mines detonate, orbital railguns fire. Camera. Dynamic shots showing enemy ships exploding, debris tumbling through space, energy streaks cutting through the void. Krev desperate. Every maneuver, anticipated. Narrator. Humans moved like shadows. Unpredictable, precise, unstoppable. By battle's end, only a fraction of the enemy survived. Humanity had sent its first warning to the galaxy. Part 4, the Council's intervention, scene by scene. Scene, triumvirate chamber, more urgent and chaotic than before. Camera, pan across alien delegates shouting, clawed hands slamming tables, serpentine bodies coiling. Narrator. The galaxy could not ignore the threat. 10,000 ships assembled. Their mission, annihilate Earth. Cut to Earth Command Station. Helena. They believe numbers win wars. Activate decoys. Deploy Sentinel Array. Let's show them why humans endure. Action montage. Human fleets ambushing aliens across moons, asteroids and orbital stations. Camera. Rapid cuts, drone POV shots, explosions, lasers tearing through enemy formations. Narrator. The aliens faltered. Communications collapsed. Chaos reigned. Humanity became the nightmare of the galaxy. Krev shouting into comms. Impossible. Every plan, predicted. Helena come. Humans adapt. We endure. We do not forgive arrogance. Part 5, the turning point, scene by scene. Scene, Sentinel Array activates, AI-controlled battleships emerge from stealth positions. Camera, dramatic zoom from dark space into glowing warships forming perfect formations. Narrator. The Sentinel Array. Hundreds of ships, AI-coordinated, predicting enemy movements across light years. Every strike precise, every formation shattered. Action sequence. Alien fleets crumble, energy beams slicing capital ships in half. Krev, furious, trembling. They calculate faster than light. Helena, voice calm through comms. You entered human space without fear. You assumed superiority. Now survive or die. Narrator. The surviving aliens fled. Humanity did not conquer. It survived. And the galaxy learned fear. Part 6. The aftermath and supremacy, scene by scene. Scene, Earth orbit. Human fleets regroup. Only one alien ship limps home. Camera. Slow pan from Earth to distant retreating alien ship. Narrator. Only one ship returned. Its captain carried a warning. Humanity could not be touched without annihilation. Helena, to officers. They entered human space without fear. Only one returned. Let the galaxy remember, not as war but as humanity. Scene, Captain Hale looking at stars. Hale. We didn't conquer them. We survived. And they learned fear. Narrator, epic closing tone. Humans were unpredictable, unstoppable, supreme. The galaxy would never underestimate Earth again. Humanity endured. Humanity triumphed. Final shot. Human fleet disappearing into the stars, sentinel array hidden, galaxy in awe. Camera. Wide shot of stars, slowly zooming toward the armada. Tracking shot along the lead ships to show size. Lighting, cold, metallic reflections on ship hulls, ominous blue glow. Sound, low hum of engines, distant alien alarms. Narration cue. They came without warning. Thousands of ships, sleek and lethal, moving with deadly precision. Scene 2. Earth orbit, command station. Camera. Over-the-shoulder shot of Admiral Helena looking at holographic star map. Close-up on her eyes. Lighting, warm interior glow contrasted with cold space outside. Sound, soft beeping of consoles, tense orchestral background. Dialogue, Helena, they think this is easy. Let them think that. Humans never fight the way they expect. Scene 3, Cravathi Fleet Bridge. Camera, tight on Krev slamming claws on console. Wide shot of bridge showing panicked crew. Lighting, red emergency lights, flickering. Sound, alarms blaring, metallic clangs. Scene 4, First Strikes. Camera, dynamic montage, drones firing, alien ships exploding, debris tumbling through space. POV shots from human drones. Lighting, energy beams glowing bright against dark space. Sound, explosions, laser fire, shocked alien chatter. Narration cue, humans struck where it mattered most, unseen, unpredictable, unstoppable. Part 2, The Galactic Reaction, Storyboard. Scene 1, Triumvirate Chamber, panic among aliens. Camera, wide panoramic shot of alien delegates. Close-ups on Zalari, Vorin, Cravathi faces showing fear. Lighting, flickering holograms, cold alien lighting. Sound, hissing voices, alien murmurs, echoing footsteps. Dialogue, Yiltra, how can they survive? Their technology, beyond comprehension. Scene 2, Earth Command Observation. Camera, over-the-shoulder shot showing intercepted alien comms. Focus on Helena's calm expression. Lighting, blue holographic glow from tactical displays. Sound, soft beeps, tense background orchestral music. Dialogue, Helena, notice their fear. Let them overestimate themselves. That is our greatest weapon. Scene 3, Hidden Fleets. Camera, pan across asteroid belts, cloaked human ships. Lighting, shadows and faint energy glows. Narration cue, humanity had only begun to reveal its power. Part 3, The First Counterstrike, Storyboard. Scene 1, Desert Planet carries, Hidden Fleets. Camera, wide establishing shot, asteroids and mountains hiding human ships. Lighting, dust storms, sunlight glinting off ship surfaces. Sound, wind whistling, tense orchestral score. Scene 2, Stealth Attack. Camera, drone POV weaving through alien fleet. Lighting, explosions illuminate alien ships, shadows casting across space. Sound, explosions, laser fire, alarms. Dialogue, Captain Hale, they expect fear. Let's give them something else. Scene 3, Aftermath. Camera, wide shot of shattered alien formations. Slow zoom on Krev's panicked face. Narration cue, humans moved like shadows. Unpredictable, precise, unstoppable. Part 4, The Council's Intervention, Storyboard. Scene 1, Triumvirate Chamber, all-out panic. Camera, pan across delegates shouting, slamming hands, bodies coiling. Lighting, red emergency lights, flickering holograms of destroyed fleets. Sound, hissing voices, alarm tones, chaotic echoes. Scene 2, Earth Command, Helena plants. Camera, close-up on Helena's fingers tracing star map, commanding. Dialogue, activate decoys. Deploy sentinel array. Let's show them why humans endure. Scene 3, ambush montage. Camera, multiple rapid cuts, drones strike, railguns fire, alien ships explode. Slow motion of debris. Sound, explosions, laser streaks, orchestral tension rising. Part 5, the turning point, storyboard. Scene 1, sentinel array activation. Camera, dramatic zoom from dark space into glowing sentinel ships. Wide formation shot. Lighting, blue energy glow, glinting reflections on ship hulls. Sound, deep hum, electronic coordination signals. Narration cue, the sentinel array. Hundreds of ships, AI coordinated, predicting enemy movements across light years. Scene 2, alien fleets crumble. Camera, dynamic shots of alien ships being obliterated. POV from human capital ship. Sound, explosions, screams, alarms. Dialogue, Krev, they calculate faster than light. Scene 3, victory message. Camera, slow zoom on Helena, calm, serene, observing aftermath. Dialogue, you entered human space without fear. You assumed superiority. Now survive, or die. Part 6, aftermath and supremacy, storyboard. Scene 1, Earth orbit, regrouping fleets. Camera, wide shot of human fleet formation, sentinel array cloaked in background. Lighting, warm sun reflections on ships, calm space. Narration cue, only one ship returned. Its captain carried the warning, humanity could not be touched without annihilation. Scene 2, command deck reflection. Camera, Captain Hale gazing at stars through glass. Dialogue, we didn't conquer them. We survived. And they learned fear. Scene 3, epic closing shot. Camera, slow pan out to galaxy, human fleet disappearing into the void. Narration cue, humans were unpredictable, unstoppable, supreme. The galaxy would never underestimate Earth again.